because you're always going to have differences in a free country, and you're going to have wide crevasses of political differences and cultural differences. That's inevitable. But the one thing that would always unite us was God, and our belief in God, and our belief in divine creation. And that's why it's so important. But now, because the country is godless, that wide political crevasse is no longer bridged by God, and thus you start to see the deterioration of society and civilization. I'm just going to keep that simple because I want to say one other thing. I've been getting a little more frustrated on air lately, and I can't tell it's just from the quadruple double I just did, or if I've had one of two realizations. One would be that there is no changing what is to come. There is no stopping it. It's already going to happen. Now, I might be able to make more people aware of it. Hell, just as a professional, I may be able to go on air as a talk show host or as a political forecaster and be, the best. But, and I'm not trying to be conceited, I'm just trying to make a point. But it's not really going to change anything. We're already in the New World Order. It's already being laid out. There is no real resistance. There's nothing I can do to stop it. There's nothing we can do to stop it. And I'm basically just doing commentary play-by-play every day on it. That's just where I've landed in this whole mess. Or I've had the opposite realization, which is that we've already crossed the threshold of stopping it, and it just hasn't been realized yet. And I feel that it may be a combination of the first and then one of the other two. But I do feel that really everything is already kind of settled. Because most people agree if you can't see what's going on by now, then you're just not going to. And when Dave Chappelle says that gender is a fact, boy or girl, and that's considered controversial. I mean, come on. I mean, that's one example of the insanity, but there you go. But I really think we have crossed that threshold, whether of there is no going back, that's not a good phrase, but crossing the threshold of it doesn't matter, we're going into world government, it's already determined, we're not stopping it, or yeah, we're in it now, but enough people know about it, we know what's going on, that they're not going to be able to execute the final plan. They're not going to be able to complete the mission. Things will be turned around. And we just haven't realized we've crossed the threshold yet. So, or it could just be the fact that doing 2 shows a day, 4 days in a row will drive you insane. Or as they say, you stare into the abyss long enough, you become the abyss. Or you stare into the abyss long enough, it starts to stare back. Then you're in a staring contest. So, anyway, I've got court in the morning. I know a lot of you are praying for me. I can't tell you how much that means. And I will, of course, give you an update as soon as I'm out. And just one other final note, because I know there's at least one person in here that is extremely concerned about it. We will be having a band.video channel for Bryson Gray starting next Monday.